Hello and welcome to amazing tutorial with KingTech Coding Clinic once again. And in this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through step by step how you can create this amazing and interactive dashboard, sales dashboard in MS Excel. It's going to be very straightforward, simple, and fun. Easy steps to follow. Okay, so this is a very simple dashboard that shows sales for a particular company based on categories, sales made based on cities, sales made based on product, and sales made based on each sales rep. So we have the source data, and I'm going to walk you through the source data, and then we have the various pivot tables as well here. So I'm going to show you how we're able to come up with this amazing dashboard. Okay, so as you can see, once I click for a particular month, then the data is filtered, updated accordingly based on that particular month, sales made based on category for that particular month, sales made based on cities for that particular month, sales made based on products for that particular month, as well as sales made based on each and every sales rep for the company. So it's going to be very simple. So as you can see, once I click on the amount, it's get updated accordingly. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how you can create this amazing and interactive dashboard. Now let's quickly delve right into that. Now welcome back. So this is our source data. So basically this is just a sales data for a particular company, an electronic company in Ghana. So in the first column we have the dates, and then the second column we have the product, the third column we have the categories, then the fourth column we have the sales rep, and then the fifth column we have the cities, and then there's the seventh column we have the number of units, and then we have the price and then the amount. So what we need to do is this: we want to create a very interactive sales dashboard that give a clear view of what sales made based on cities, sales made based on each sales rep, sales made based on categories, sales made based on product, as well as sales made based on month. It's going to be very simple, straightforward, and fun. So let's quickly delve right into this. It's going to be very easy to follow, so let's jump right into that. Now, like I said, I'll be leaving the link in the video description where you can quickly grab this amazing file or data to follow along with the lesson. So now let's jump right in. So what I'm going to do first of all is to click inside this table here. Then I'll just go to insert. Then I'll just click on pivot table. So what I'm going to do is to allow these settings to default. By default, it's going to create a new worksheet for me. So what I'm going to do is just to click on OK. Then I have a new worksheet created. So what I'm going to do is to double click on this particular sheet and then name it pivot tables. Pivots tables. Perfect. So once I'm done with this, with this we're going to be creating various tables that we're going to be using for this particular amazing dashboard. So to start with, what we are going to do is, let's quickly come here. First of all, we are going to create a table for the data based on cities. Okay, so what we are going to do is just to drag this cities icon here and just drop it inside this row section. So we have the various cities here, and what we are going to do is to quickly drag the sales, okay, the amount, the sales amount, quickly drag it and drop it inside the value section. So we have the cities and then we have the sales made. So what we are going to do is just to click inside here, right click, then go to format, number format, then quickly click on number. Then you would want to check this, and then we don't need the decimal places, so we set that to 0 and we click on OK. So we just format that right away. So what we are going to do is to select inside it. So now we've just created a table for sales made based on cities. So what we are going to do is to copy this table. We are going to create a second table for sales made based on product. So let's copy this table, click inside here, then Control V to paste it. So what we are going to do is to adjust the various columns. So what we are going to do is click inside this. So we are going to drag this city out and then quickly check on products. So you can see we have sales made based on products now. So this is for cities, so this is for product. If you wish, you can just rename here to the cities and then quickly rename here as well to the word product. I think we can just leave it like that for now. So now we need to create another table based on sales made based on each sales rep. Okay, so what we are going to do is to select this table once again. So Control C to copy this, then click here, then Control V to paste it. Then let's clear the copying, then double click to adjust the columns. So what we are going to do, click inside here, then we just remove the product. So we are going to create a table based on sales rep. Okay, sales made based on sales rep. So either you check it or you just drag it and drop it here. So we have sales made based on each and every sales rep. So you can see the sales reps here as well. So our next table, you just go ahead and copy this one here. Control C to copy it. Click here, then Control V to paste. Here we're going to be creating another table based on for sales made based on categories. So what we are going to do is click inside here, remove the sales rep, and then quickly check the category. So we have the sales, and then we have the categories here. Now our last and final table. So let's select this one here. Control C to copy this. Then click inside here, Control V to paste. Let's clear the copy. So just double click this and double click this as well. So let's click inside here. Let's remove these categories and quickly check the date. So with the date, you can see it's a whole lot of dates. It cuts across, the values cut across. So we need only the month. So what we are going to do is to drag out and then remove this. So we have only the months left here. So basically we are done creating our tables. So what we are going to do right now is to rename our tables, okay, our pivot table. So what we are going to do is to select inside this one, click on pivot table analyze, and quickly come here. So just name this one based on, since this pivot table is based on cities, just name this city. Then just press enter. Click inside this one, name it categories. Yeah, that is based on products. So name it product. Press enter and click inside this one. This is based on sales rep. So click here. Let's name it sales rep. Press enter and click inside this one. Categories. So name it category. Perfect. Press enter and then finally click inside this one, name it based on month. So we name it month. So now we are done creating our pivot table. Don't forget to save your work. So now the next thing we are going to do is to begin creating our charts for the dashboard. So the first thing we are going to do is to create a line chart for this particular pivot table, okay, for the sales made based on cities. So what we are going to do is to click inside here. So now before we do that, let's create another sheet here. Let's name it dashboard. Perfect. So now let's come back to our pivot tables here. So select inside this one, click on insert, then quickly come to the various chart section. So we need a line chart for this one, so just choose the line chart. So as you can see that, so what we are going to do is we don't need a whole lot of this thing. So let's right click on distance and then let's hide all filled buttons. So you click on that to hide that. So we don't need this, so we select it and just press delete on the keyboard to remove it. We also don't need the grid lines, so select it and press delete on the keyboard to remove it. And then we don't need this legend as well, so we remove it as well. So now here, let's go ahead and rename this to sales by city. So let's name it sales by city. Okay, there we go. So there we go, we have this table here. So now let's select the table, click and select it here. So what we are going to do is to Control X to cut it and quickly come to the dashboard section here. Probably let's click inside around this F here. Let's click inside here, or this second row here, then Control V to paste it. Okay, so now what we need to do is let's quickly reduce this to have a very nice view of it. Let's reduce this, probably 65 or 66% is okay. 65% is okay. So perfect, so that we can have a clear view of it. So what we are going to do is to quickly stretch this one a bit. Let's stretch it this way and then try to bring it down a bit. Bring it down a bit, probably up to somewhere 19 is not bad. So there we go. So let's leave it there. So we have this. So what we are going to do is we can just drag it this way a bit. Perfect, this is okay. So we are done creating the first chart. So let's quickly go back to our pivot tables again. So this one, we are going to be creating a bar chart for this. So select inside here, that is the sales made based on product. So we go to insert, then we come to charts here, then we go ahead and choose this. So click on that. So right click on this, let's hide all these things here. Select this, press delete on the keyboard to remove it. And what we are going to do is also select this one, delete it. We don't need the grid lines, so select the grid lines like this, press delete on the keyboard to remove them. So let's click on this to add data labels. So we have the data labels at the top. So let's name this sales made or sales by product. So let's name it sales by products. Perfect. So there we go. So what we can do is to select this, just click here to select it, then Control X to cut it, then we bring it back inside the dashboard. So let's click here, somewhere here, then Control V to paste it. So what we can do is to adjust it so that it will be equal to this one here. So we can place it somewhere here, and we can extend it to match with this one. We can extend it downwards. So we can click on this one to quickly look at the, okay, let me see this. We can extend this one to a bit. Okay, let's just try extending it a bit to this level. So click inside here and extend this one to a bit. So this is okay. So select this one. Let's go to format and look at the size. We have 3.73 by 6.3. So let's click on this one, 3.70. Okay, 73. Let's reduce it to 3 so that it will be equal. And then let's check here again, 6.3. And here we have 6.32. Okay, this is okay, it's not bad. So we can adjust it to see that as well. So they will now be equal. So we are done. So let's select this one as well. Select it, click on the plus icon here, and then you just click on data labels so that we add data labels for this one as well. So we are done creating the second chart. Let's quickly go back to our pivot tables. So we create the chart based on the sales made based on each sales rep. So click inside this pivot table. You go to insert, and we come to this type of chart here. Then we go for 2D bar chart here, this type of chart. So what we are going to do is right click and then remove this. Then we don't need the various levels. So select and then press delete on the keyboard. We don't need the grid lines, the grid lines. So select them and press delete on the keyboard. We don't need this legend, we clear it. So click on this plus sign and choose data label. So we have the data labels here. So let's name this sales by sales rep. So let's name it sales by sales rep. Okay, so there we go. So what we can do is to select this here, then Control X to cut it, and quickly bring it to the dashboard here. And what we are going to do is click inside this, and then Control V to paste it. So what we can do is to extend it to the bottom. Okay, so place it somewhere here. There we go. So we have this as well. So we can quickly select inside and then readjust it well. So let's adjust it a bit. I think there we go, like this. This is okay. So we have this as well. So now we move on to create the next chart, that is sales based on that is a category. So we select this, we go to insert, and then this one we are going to use a pie chart for this. So we select this one, and then we go for this pie chart here. So what we can do is right click on this one and we hide this, and then select this legend, then we hide them. Then what we can do is to add the data labels. So we add this. So what we can do is select the data labels, right click on it, then we go to format data series, then we click on this field here. Let's come back here, let's select this back, let's expand it, let's expand this one as well. Okay, let's come back here, right click on this. Okay, format data labels instead. So choose format data labels. Then we would want to include category names. Okay, category names. So that will include the various category names here. So we are done. So now what we are going to do is to rename the label. Okay, change it to sales by categories. Okay, sales by category. There we go. So what we can do is to select it, Control X to cut it. Then we come to our dashboard here, and we got to click inside somewhere here, then Control V to paste it. So we can adjust it to our liking like this. And this is kind of good. There we go. So we can move it to the top a bit, and then we can drag it down up to here. There we go. So I think this is okay. So now the next thing we are going to do is we need another chart for the sales made in each and every month in 2021 as the data stated. Okay, as the source data stated. You can see all the data in 2021, the year is for a particular year, and which is 2021. Okay, so now let's go to our pivot tables here. Let's close this one. Let's click inside this. Let's go to insert, and let's come to bar chart. Then let's go for this type of bar chart. So right click on this one here, then you would want to hide this. The one we are going to do is to remove these labels here, delete them, and then the grid lines, select the grid lines. Sorry, click in, I'll select the grid lines. Let me just try select the grid lines, then press delete on the keyboard to remove them. So what we are going to do is to click on this to add data labels like this. So what we are going to do is select this one, right click on it, then we go to format axis, and what we are going to do is click on categories in reverse order. So you can see it's starting from December down to January. We want to start from January down to December, so click on this, check this, then you can see that it's not from January down to December. So we are done. So what we can do is to edit the label to sales made, sales by month. Okay, sales by month. Okay, there we go. So there we go. So now we select it and Control X to cut it, and we come back to our dashboard here. So we can close this one here and click inside here, then Control V to paste. So what we can do is to quickly drag it to the bottom as well, up to somewhere here, match with this one. There we go. So let's select it well and reduce it a bit. There we go. Okay, so now as you can see, our dashboard is taking shape. Okay, so what we can do is to drag it and adjust it. Okay, let's bring it closer to this one a bit here, and then here we can extend this one a bit to this level here. There we go. So perfect. So now the next thing we are left with is what? The slices. So that once we click on each and every month, we can have our chart updated accordingly. So how do we add the slices? So what we are going to do is to click on one of the charts. So let me just click on this particular chart here, and what I'm going to do is to click on pivot charts and analyze, then click on insert slicer. So what I'm going to do is to click on month. Okay, so once I'm done with that, just click on OK. So you can see I have my slices here. So what I'm going to do is to, because I need to have full stretch for each and every month from January to December, let me create the columns into 3. So I'll increase the columns here by 3, then I'll just stretch it a bit. What I can do is to drag it and place it here, then I'll just reduce it a bit this way. So you can see we have some unwanted parts here. What we can do is to click on this settings here, and we can say hide items with no data. Click on that and click on OK. So that is gone. So we can just adjust it a bit. So here we can extend this one a bit so that you can have little space for whatever. So perfect. So as you can see, our dashboard is taking its shape. So now the next thing we are going to do is to format our dashboard. So to start with, we're going to format the various data labels. Okay, so we click on this ones first. On the home tab, you can choose the font size you want. Let me go for Arial Black. Okay, Arial Black. So perfect. So let me just click on that. And I would want to bold it. Let me increase the font size a bit to 11. So what I'm going to do is probably, let me add it to 11. So once I'm done formatting this one, I don't need to go to each and every chart to format. Just double click on Format Painter, then let's just apply the formatting to the other chart. Straightforward, and there we go, we are good to go. So the next thing we are going to format is the various labels here. So sorry, let me just undo this action. So after the, okay, let me just select it back, double click on the Format Painter, then format for other labels as well. Perfect. So once I'm done with the format, let me format with this one as well. Okay, let me hold on with this. So you just press escape to clear the formatting. Perfect. So we have that. So the next thing is the various labels. So I'll just select it now. What I'm going to do is to go to on the home tab as well. Probably I'll go for Times New Roman now. Times New Roman. Just press enter. And I would want to increase the font size to probably up to 12. And I would want to also bold it. As you can see, this is okay. So what I'm going to do is to double click on Format Painter, then I'll just apply the formatting to the other labels here, like this, like that. Perfect. So let me add it to this one as well. So you can press escape to clear the formatting. So now we can adjust this a bit, move it inside. So there we go. So let's close this one. Just want to adjust this a bit. Okay, so that is okay, perfect for now. So now what we are going to do is quickly let's format the various labels for this chart. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to select this one now, and then on the home tab, let me give it also Arial black. Then I would want to give it color red. Then I would want to italic it. Probably the size, font size is okay. So I'll double click on format painter, then I'll apply it to the other labels here. This and that. Perfect. There we go. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to change the colors of the various chart. So I'll first of all select this one, and I'll click on the design tab, and I'll go to change color. Then I'll just give it a color like probably the green color, this or whatever color. Let me just click on this one here. Probably this color would be bad here. Probably this one. Let's select this and this. Let's change color here. I think this color is not bad. Okay. Let me just give it this green color here. So I'll select this one as well, and then I'll just click on this. Let me give it a very dark blue color here. Then I'll select this one here. Select this. Let me give it probably this orange color here. And I'll select this, then come to change color. Let me give it probably this light green color here, or probably let me just confirm this here. Probably sorry, this no. Let me give it this green color here. So perfect. So I'll select this one as well. Select this. Let me see the right color to give to it. So I think this is also okay. I think this color is okay. And adjust this now. So here what I can do is to come to the home tab here. Then the font I can change it to white for this one so that it can be seen clearly. And adjust it to your liking. Perfect. Open it up a bit. Adjust it to your liking. There we go. So select this one as well. Spread this. There we go. So with this one we can equally give it white color, and this we can maintain the black. I think this looks okay. So with the slices as well, we can change the color. So we just click on this and click on slicer. And what we are going to do is to choose the slicer design you want to. Let me just go for this color here. So perfect. So for now, if we click on the slices, you can see it's only this that is working. Okay, so all we are going to do is this. We are going to connect the rest of the chart excluding the month, because the month is going to be static for now. Okay, so what we are going to do is to, let me just remove this label here. There we go. Perfect. So what we are going to do is to connect the rest to what the rest of the chart to the slicer. So let's select the slicer here. What we can do is to click on the slicer, then click on report connections. So once you click on that, what we are going to do is to stretch open this one. So we check the sales rep, check the product excluding the month. The city is already checked, but that is what we connected the slicer with earlier. And you just check the category. Make sure you don't check the month, then you click on OK. So now whenever we click on any of the months, you can see that all other four charts, this, the pie chart, the line chart, and this are all updating accordingly. So you can see that our chart is taking its shape, perfectly executed. Very, very simple and straightforward. Our dashboard has taken its shape. Perfect. So now what we can do is to, if you want to clear the filter, you can just click on this and then you clear the filter, set it to default. So what we can do right now, I think, let's get a smooth curve for this one. So select it, just right click on this. Then we go to format data series, and then let's check on this probably. Let's go to fill, and then let's scroll and then choose smooth edge or smooth line. Choose, and then you can see that we have this perfectly. So what we can do now is also go to view and then uncheck the grid lines. Then we take off the grid lines from here. So basically our amazing dashboard has taken its shape. To have a very nice view of it, we can increase the zoom level like this. Okay, and then we can stretch up this way. So once you click on this and you come to the dashboard, you can quickly see it completely without any issue, without any problem. So you can see once we click on any of the months, you can see the chart is being, all the charts are being updated. So once your boss asks you, hey, the sales made based on cities for a month of May, so you just click on May and then you can be able to see that from here. Sales made based on what? Sales made in May based on categories. Okay, so you can just see that from this particular pie chart. Sales made based on sales rep for the month of May, you can see that from here. And then sales made based on product for the month of May as well, you can see that from here. So with this, our amazing dashboard has taken its shape, and then you can go ahead and save your work. So please, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll be creating more and then amazing. For now, this is just the beginning. Okay, so I've just taken you to the basic level where you can create a very simple dashboard without any issue. As time goes on, we'll be building amazing and then more complex dashboards as we keep going. So please, if you like the video, just smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so that you get notified anytime we upload videos, tutorials like this. Once again, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.